Hello YouTube, what's up? It's Taiwan Wars. Today I have another Halo Wars video. This is going to be a 3v3 on Fort Dean. The teams are me, Topher, and Legitimate Forge versus LTO, Dynamic Build, and UK's Fastest. So we ended up playing a bunch of 3v3 customs last night, all running random all. And this is the best game out of the 6 I think we played, or 4, I'm not sure exactly how many. So we end up getting me as the RV, Topher as the Prophet, and Legitimate Forge coincidentally as the Forge. Their Covey is the Prophet, which is LTO, UK's Fastest is Anders, and Dynamic Build I believe is Forge. Yeah. Okay, so this is about a 28-minute game. It's a really long game, and I mean, it was a bunch of back and forth, you know, going to push and defend and all that stuff. So it was the best game out of all of them, clearly. Since it's such a long game, there is going to be some parts where I'm going to have to skip through or fast forward because we're just sitting back doing nothing. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go scout their expos with my ghost. Covey, as a Covey, you always want to scout both their expos. I ended up scouting that one too, because you know, most of the time they're gonna take the side ones, and generally they're always gonna take the one next to the Covey, mainly an Arbiter. It really doesn't matter if it's a Forge or a Prophet. But the reason why they'll clear the expo next to the Arbiter, if he's not in the middle like he is in this situation, is because if they're going to push up with Hogs or something, the Arbiter can recall and get there pretty quickly. I've actually lost games where because we couldn't defend the expo because the UNSC decided to expand on the other side of the Arbiter. So yeah, it's not very good if that happens in your situation, because it might not seem like it, but running across the, like, between all 3 of the bases, going from one side to the other, actually takes a while, and it could mean the difference between saving your expo and losing it. So we're gonna go on double offense. Topher ended up going Temple second, yeah, Temple second, and I went Temple third and just blessed 2 pads. He's building a turret right now, so I'm going to build a grunt just to grunt down that turret so he can stay on offense. He really doesn't have a chance on defense, to be perfectly honest with you, just because even a Prophet is just so hard to push off. We're going to be on double offense. He really can't do anything, so he's going to have to resort to turrets and stuff like that. But as you can see, the turret just got up there. I was going to try and go over there with my ghost and shoot it. I'm going to queue up Fiendish, I believe, and actually I see his Hogs here, and he had sight of my RB. I don't know why he didn't get me. I get 1 Hog and then I hit the base a couple times, which wasn't very good. All while I have the turret shooting at me, and I run all the way over here. This is a mistake because, as you can see, I have to walk all the way back, and he has anti-infantry on that turret now, so that turret's definitely going to do some damage to my Arbiter, which is not good. Because, you know, if you lose your RB early game, they just have free range on everything, and I tried to press local units in B, but I pressed it too quick. So yeah, that turret, as you can see, the turret and the RB combined did a lot of damage, so I'm just gonna try and get out of here, and I'm probably gonna recall. Yeah, I'm going to recall. He just had too many Hogs. Wasn't really worth it. I'm just gonna get a heal. Yeah, so I'm gonna save up for Citadel now, I believe, or I'm gonna click Forge in a second. I remember DQ this and click him because he's Forge and he needs money. So our Prophet ended up recalling too because of the Hogs and the RB and stuff like that. You know, but we're still in a good spot. I mean, because we did kill the turret. He did spend 400 on that turret, or sorry, 350 on the turret, and they also dropped a D-bomb, which was another 450. So together they just spent 800 to black bar me, or red bar me, which I got a heal for 350. So overall we did better in that spot. I just got Citadel, and since they're double UNSC, our Prophet, which is Topher, is going to go straight into air. And I'm going to go all RB at the beginning because I definitely know they're going to go Hogs until I can get Tech 2, which then I will switch to Single Summit and go Vamps. Single Summit Vamps is better than all RB on Threes, any threes, man? Alright, so right now I'm just checking expos and see a hog here, and unfortunately do not hit it for some weird reason. Yeah, they did scout my RB coming up. Looks like we're about to get an RB kill. Did we get him? Don't know. Don't highlight over it. Missed that hog too. It was fun. And his RB did recall. I was rage running to see if his I guess his RB recalled. But yeah, here's his grunt. I'm just gonna rage run away from it, especially because my prophet's over here. I'd rather have my prophet just shoot at it than me rage it, because you know, your RB is always glitchy. Like he can get fucked up. Like you know how sometimes the Arbiter will freeze. Here, do I recall? I don't recall it first because his hogs are there, and we have a D bomb, or our own D bomb is there. I do end up recalling. Oh, I think that some of his hogs are out of the D bomb. Yeah, they're trying to run away, so I'm trying to catch them as they run away. They spotted that recall too, that's why. But I did get a grunt through and black bar of blessed pad. So I see a ward hug, not able to get it, but one thing you don't, if people don't know, you don't clear the rebels in the middle. They can slow your army down. And I get one rage hit and he just splits that hog off and I don't get the rest. But I'm already halfway up here, so I'm just going to keep going up, and they probably have an expo cleared, so I'm going to have to go deal with that. Teching my RB, and I think I'm going to kill that pad for summit, yep. And then bless the pad so my eco doesn't get glitched. Okay, they do not have that expo cleared because we just have hogs sitting there, and I rage it because I guess the shots were hogs. I don't know what I was thinking. So see all those hogs up here, I'm gonna rage run up. This is, you know, RB in threes is like a very important factor early game, because you have to like deny expos and, you know, catch hogs, because if your expo gets denied and their expo isn't denied, like you basically lose the game unless you have some major air lead, which you probably won't. So yeah, here I see all of his hogs. I think he tries to kill me. He does have Gauss. They dropped their second D-bomb, but it was a very bad D-bomb because it was all the way on that side. They have a tank here. They have hogs. Marvy's about to be black bar, or red bar, sorry. I don't know why I always say black bar, so I just recall. If it was only the hogs, I probably would have just rage ran and stayed on their side. And Forge drops another heal for me. So yeah, we do have an expo, and they do not. I think right now, I think they might have one cleared, but Toher's about to go boost over there with his Banshees. Tech 2 is going to be queued up for me in a second. And yeah, basically we're sitting back right now because Forge is going to go tanks, obviously against the double UNSC. They are going Gauss and tanks right now, a combination of both. And I think that was just a flash for Forge to clear that expo. That expo is cleared. Both expos are cleared now. But I am going to be going on offense right now. And I'm going to go to this side because I see his hogs are there. Topher is going to boost the other expos, so we can stop that. We're just trying to keep him off expos. That's the main thing against a double or triple UNSC combo in threes. You just need to keep him off expos. And you can basically win as long as you can get on expos. So I come to find they do not take this base, and I'm going to take this base in a second. If you can get, if any Covey can get an expo on their side and get up a shield on it, it's really worth it, because they can't do anything like about it, especially so if you're an RB, I can recall to that side of the map really quickly if I need to. I just queued a Vicious, by the way, and looks like blue is going BAMs. But okay, so as I was saying, I can recall to this side of the map, and as an RB, you know, you always want eco to rage. It's just good to have an expo on their side, but if you know that you're not going to be able to hold it, it's not worth taking. I'm going to go shield first on this expo just because it's on their side. The only time I would go shield first on an expo is if I know it's gonna get pushed on and it's already up. If you're going to get pushed on though, you really shouldn't be taking expos. Forge has a nice amount of tanks in the middle right now. And Topher is asking for something to be highlighted, so he can take that, I'm guessing. And yeah, so we're just chilling right now. Topher is, I think he's gonna go boost over there. I do get the shield up, and I do have Tech 2 on my Arbiter right now, because I know I'm gonna need to raise hogs. I'm getting Spiteful, I believe. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, I was trying to get an RB glitch, that's why. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna be pushing up. They just scouted that, unfortunately. But we're gonna be pushing up together. And Topher's tank's back off. What's happening? Oh, okay, we're gonna go see their expo, try and kill their expo if they have this, which they do end up having. They do D-bomb. And they're gonna try and kill my RB, I'm guessing. Okay, Anders is going Banshees. I'm not Banshees, sorry. Anders is going Hornets and Goss. But I do get a recall on that side of the map, which is always good. I'm still pumping Vamps right now. I'm just gonna upgrade that base. We did kill the expo, and we're gonna get out of there now. We have their Vamps are above our tanks, as you just saw, so they are at a position to kill our Banshees at their base. I do see their hogs coming up here, so I'm going to recall, and I'm gonna try and catch them before they do any damage, any significant damage. But Topher does have a shield on that base because he has an expo, so they won't be able to do anything really. They did use both of their D-bombs. In the last engagement they used the D-bomb, and earlier before when they killed me originally. They have some Vamps in my expo. He does have more Vamps than me, but I am only on a single summit. He's on a double, and the reason why he went double summit is because he knows he has to get Vamps out for 2 cubbies. Okay, there's his tanks, but I don't know why he engaged that. I'm just waiting for his for legitimate Forge's tanks to come up. There's some Goss. Do I engage this? I get 2 Goss kills, but it really wasn't worth it because my RB, as you can see, lost a lot of health. He was just trying to bait me basically back into the tanks, and there, as I was clicking on my expo, as you can see, I was cut off guard and my RB gets killed, but I can instantly rebuild him. I believe I kill a supply pad here in a second for his shield. Do I? I do get a shield in my main. Sorry. I do get a shield in my main this game, I just don't know exactly when. Alright, so we have tanks here. We do have reinforcing tanks though. Defender's advantage. We're gonna bless a pad or 2 here. And they do have Goss and stuff at this base, but we are out tanked here on this side, and because they have just 2 armies here. But the good thing is that we do have a shield on that base, so they're not really doing any significant damage. They're just bringing down the shield. And we have Topher's Banshees boosting over. My Vamps are just coming here to try and, you know, get the tanks to shoot out air, because if you didn't know, I think most people know though, that tanks automatically shoot at air if you fly something over it. I'm getting up a second summit on my expo, and I'm gonna Rageman over here to help against this engagement. So yeah, there's, you see all his Vamps, and he has Tech 2, and on his Vamps I don't even have Tech 2 at this point because I was just so focused on Rage. That's what made this game like really close. I think I was a little too focused on Rage this game, and I wasn't able to get out enough Vamps, and they do have a significant, like, more amount of Vamps than we do, so air is going to be a problem pretty soon. You'll see where it starts to come in effect. There you can see that, like, that blue blob on the map. It's just, he has so many more Vamps. I have like 9 now. Here's all their Goss. I'm contemplating whether I want to recall and Rage this. I do end up doing it because I have my full health RB and stuff. But the one thing I was worried about is if their tanks come over. They drop another D-bomb. I don't know how they had so many D-bombs. just gonna recall and get out of there. So that's another D-bomb that we forced that they didn't kill my RB with. And I think we're preparing to push because the tanks are going through the middle, and they are expo with tanks and stuff. So that expo is gonna drop. But since their tanks are there and their Gauss, they're way out of position to defend their main or anything. So we're gonna go push on their expos and their main. I don't know why my RB walked out. I do keep the shield up my base because I know that number one, I do have Spiteful Rager, so I can rage off of this eco, which is 4 pads, I believe. Looking at it now, I probably should have killed that shield for another summit because you'll see I won't need any more clicks this game because I'm able to rage off what I have right now. I think the Banshees are going to kill that, and Forge's tanks are going to push up on the main. I start coming over, getting out of rage to stasis, sorry. And yeah, I'm just going to walk over here, see some vampires, start raging these for a little health, and to cut some vamp numbers down, but I don't want to get cliffed. I thought they were going over the cliff, but apparently not. Okay, so we have a Gauss, everything's here. We have their Gauss, their air, my RB. Our tanks are at their main, so they're not going to be able to do anything about that if they're all over here. But as you can see, my pop is going down like really fast. I'm about to lose all my vamps, and he does have a significant air lead, so Topher's gonna have to switch to vamps pretty soon. I do have that expo, but I can't really queue up anything because I don't have anything because I'm in rage mode. I was gonna go try and rage that stuff, but I mean they have tanks, they have Gauss, and we only have a couple tanks there that are gonna die soon. So I just realized it isn't worth it and back out because I'll just lose my RB. I throw up a shield on that expo because I know they're going to try and push soon. But the thing is that they are still on no expos, so that's very good for us. We basically kept them off expos for most part of the game. There has been a couple times where they had an expo, but it wasn't built up at all. As like earlier when we pushed in on that expo, it was still on a fire base, so I mean there wasn't any significant, you know, their expo. What I'm trying to say is their expo didn't really pay off for them. They really didn't get to build anything on it besides a couple pads. So looks like we're gonna push here with my RB and his tanks. Try to stay to the back, and here's his PT tanks, and I get instant cannied. I tried to run back originally because I was trying to avoid getting instant cannied, but yeah, he just has more vamps than us here. I can't really engage that. So right now we're looking to be in a pretty shitty situation. We have some tanks, not a lot. They do have air lead, but Topher is gonna switch into vamps here because they have such a significant air lead. Topher is on repeating cannon. I'm still pumping out vamps. My RB's coming out now, and they're gonna kill this expo pretty easily. I should DQ that pad. I think I do. I'm not positive. Nope, I let it go up. That was stupid. Topher does have an expo fully built up, so he's going to be able to get out vamp numbers pretty quickly. And I'm just going to try and get any spare money I can from these pads. I go over here to clear this expo because I really need to get on an expo, but I realize I'm not going to be able to because all the Gauss is going to be here. I really do want to get on an expo though because I want to have money to double pump vamps and rage at the same time. But here you can see their air lead into effect. Like, they just have so many vampires. They are pushing on Topher's expo. I think we're going to try and fight this, though. I do have 7 vampires out right now. And here's his tanks. Okay, yeah, so here we're going to engage their vamps, I believe. I stasis their vamps, and Topher is bringing his vamps over. Or his banshees. Let's see what happens. Trying to engage these tanks. What am I going for here? Yeah, I'm trying to cut down their tank numbers because Forge was calling out saying that they just have so much more tanks, and we were gonna, you know, we are not, I mean, we are in a pretty shitty position, but there's still some hope left. I was trying to get those 2 red bars, but I think our Banshee's gonna get them. So yeah, I just cut their tank numbers down from 5 to 1, I believe, or 2 they're coming out with. And so now we do have tank lead, but then again, they have air lead. I think they might have an expo at this point. We're not positive. I do dodge that cryo. That was just lucky though. I was getting out of there because I knew that he had more vamps than me. And I'm continuing to pump vamps. And now Topher is getting out vamps, I remember at this point in the game. But as you can see, we have a lot of tanks because I think Ford is triple pumping right now. He double down teched, I believe. And there's all of his vamps. The Goss is sitting under us, so we have to really get out of here. Marby's coming out pretty soon, and Topher still has that expo. I thought he lost that earlier, but apparently he didn't. Oh yeah, because we pushed that. Oh, he just retook it. There's nothing built on it, that's why. My Arby's about to pop out. He'll be coming down to fight now. I should be building another vampire. Really need to get up some vamp numbers or else.
If you, like, okay, so in a 3v3 game, if you lose air war, it is very significant, especially if you don't have a shield on your base, because once you lose all your air, what they're going to do is they're not only going to switch into Banshees, but they'll just come over to your base with all of their air, and with all their vampires, and they'll just start shooting down your pad, and you really can't do anything about it. But you just see he's trying to do that right now, but we have a shield, so we can't do anything.
So we're just going to push up. The Goss are here too. But they're going to have to leave in a second. Okay, so Forge is splitting 2 tanks off to defend against the Goss. We do have Banshees under here, and I think we try and catch these vamps. Let's see what happens with the vamps here. Not even seeing it because I'm raging. Okay, so yeah, we're having a tank engagement here, and I'm gonna rage. And at this point, I think, yeah, we have more tanks. They drop another D-bomb. Yeah, they have 3 tanks. 1 is red bar, and they're not gonna do any damage to my RB in this D-bomb. Just gonna recall and get out of there, and try and catch any Goss that's leaving. Or not. Well, there's their air lead into effect. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, Forge just has so many reinforcement tanks because he's triple pumping. That's why Forge, like, once he gets all of his things set up, and he can double down tech into a triple pump because all his pads are heavies. Okay, yeah, we really need to be getting out of here because the Goss is under us and their vampires are here. Topher's bringing his, Forge is bringing his tanks, and we're gonna engage this. Once his tanks come, we're gonna stasis these. And now I believe we do finally have air lead, because Topher has vamps and I have vamps, and they only have 1 army of vamps. And I'm gonna rage, get their hogs and their tanks. There's still more to the game though. Let's see, D-bomb. D-bomb's always annoying. He's chasing me with his Goss, but he's gonna run back into the D-bomb. And we do have all his vamp stasis, and we're going to go camp him at his base now. So this is what I mean about the air lead. Like, once we get air lead, and we're just gonna go sit at the front of his base. Any new vamps that come out that aren't locked in his base are gonna instantly die because all of our vamps. and we can just start stripping his base right now at this point. So this is going to force the Goths to retreat, and when we force the Goths to retreat, that means that they only have one army of tanks fighting our army of tanks, which are already behind, plus we have my RB. So yeah, we're going to leave now since all the Goths are up here. And I'm just going to go help fight him in his tanks, I think. He doesn't even need it. What I should be doing right now is going to the ramp where all of his Goths are going to be, and trying to catch them as they come down. Or I can fight with my army. We're going to easily get this base because they have nothing to defend it. You get a cryo, it's annoying. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure the game's over at this point. They're gonna resign pretty soon, I think. Yeah, they really can't do anything at this point. We're switching back into Banshees since they lost Air War. I'm just gonna continue to, or I'm gonna take that Expo. And we're gonna go camp his base again. Push up on their other Expo. And their only chance at this point, they can't really defend it. Their only chance is gonna be as they say, their best defense is your offense. So they're gonna probably try and push and force us to come back with Goths or tanks or something. Oh no, there they go. LTR resigned, which was their Arbiter. And we're just gonna kill their last bit of tanks here. They're with our tanks, my RB. Dynamic build resigned. Anthony, your UK's fastest, I think is gonna push with the Goths that he has left, but that's just gonna die really quickly. You just saw it in the middle. Some yellow hogs drove by, and there they are arriving at Topher's base. I'm just gonna recall, but I think I think we have tanks going back from Forge's army. Yeah, all of his reinforcing is in C, and Marby's gonna recall. And yeah, this game's over. So I'm gonna end the commentary here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good day.